Let us take the second example for the same category, that is weak acid, weak base. This time the condition is Ka value less than Kp. Means our acid dissociation constant value is less than that of base dissociation constant value. For this we are going to take an example of ammonium cyanide. Ammonium cyanide is a salt of weak acid HCN whose Ka value is 4.0 into 10 to the power minus 10, and weak base NH4OH whose Kb value is 1.8 into 10 to the power minus 5. So if I compare the two values, I could easily find that Kb value in this case is greater than that of Ka. Now let us see what will be the resultant solution nature. Ammonium cyanide, that is NH4Cl, in its aqueous medium will dissociate partially so as to form ammonium ion and cyanide ion, that is NH4 plus ion and Cn minus ion. Now of this NH4 plus combines with H2O so as to form NH4OH, and Cn minus combines with H2O to form HCN. So it results into formation of weak base ammonium hydroxide and weak acid HCN. Now if I write down these two things separately, ammonium ion combining with water forming ammonium hydroxide plus hydronium ion, Cn minus, that is cyanide ion, combining with water to form HCN and hydroxide ion. If I compare these two given reactions, what I observe is the ammonium hydroxide's Kb value being greater will dissociate slightly more than that of HCN. As ammonium hydroxide dissociates slightly greater than that of HCN, the concentration of OH minus ion formed will be slightly greater than that of hydronium ion. So the observed conclusion will be that the concentration of hydroxide ion formed will be slightly greater than that of hydronium ion, and therefore the resulting solution of NH4Cn is thus only slightly basic, because the concentration of OH minus ion is greater than that of hydronium ion. Why the concentration of OH minus is greater? Because NH4OH formed, being its Kb value greater than that of Ka value, will dissociate to a greater extent, and this can be confirmed by the change of litmus, where the change will be red litmus changing to blue. So this is the second category where we result into hydrolysis of a salt of weak acid, weak base whose Ka value is smaller than that of Kb. The third combination we have, that is salt of weak acid, weak base whose Ka value is equal to that of Kb. For this we take an example of ammonium acetate. Ammonium acetate is a salt of weak acid, acetic acid, having Ka value 1.8 into 10 to the power minus 5, and ammonium hydroxide, weak base, whose Kb value is again 1.8 into 10 to the power minus 5. So in this, when ammonium acetate combines with water, it undergoes partial dissociation so as to form acetate ion and ammonium ions. So when this acetate ion and ammonium ion combines with water, it will form acetic acid and ammonium hydroxide, that is weak acid and weak base respectively. If I show both of their reaction separately, you could see that it results into formation of acetic acid plus hydroxide ion and ammonium hydroxide plus hydronium ion. Now in this, as acetic acid and ammonium hydroxide is weak acid, weak base having same Ka and Kb value, so they will dissociate to the same extent. As they dissociate to the same extent, when I compare the concentration of hydronium ion and hydroxide ion, it's found to be same. As it is equal, the resultant solution of ammonium acetate will be neutral, because the Ka value and Kb value of both the acids and bases is same, resulting into the concentration of hydroxide ion to be equal to that of hydronium ion. And that is why the resultant solution of ammonium acetate will be neutral, means there will be no color change to our litmus paper. Right, so a quick revision of what we have done in today's hydrolysis concept. In hydrolysis concept, we have started with the hydrolysis of strong acid, weak base. Second, hydrolysis of strong base, weak acid. And third, we did hydrolysis of strong acid, strong base. Fourth, we did hydrolysis of weak acid, weak base. In weak acid, weak base category, we further had three parts, that is the salt of weak acid, weak base, but Ka value greater than Kb. Second, salt of weak acid, weak base, but Kb value greater than Ka. And third, we had salt of weak acid, weak base again, but this time Ka value was equal to Kb. Now, what sort of a question will be asked in this? In this, they will not many a times tell you the combination. They will say, explain the hydrolysis of so and so salt. So very important, students, you need to remember the combination of the salts. That is, if I say that I have a salt NaCl, so you need to quickly remember that it's a combination of strong acid, strong base. If they tell you, explain the hydrolysis of salt HF, explain the hydrolysis of salt Kf, then we need to know that it is a combination of a salt of strong base KOH and weak acid HF. So here they will not tell you the given salt is of what combination. That combination part you need to remember. Okay, and similarly in the case of weak acid, weak base, along with the combination we also need to remember their Ka and Kb value. Do not worry, you do not have to remember many examples. For weak acid, weak bases, the three examples which I discussed now, that is more than sufficient. One example of Ka greater than Kb, second example of Ka less than Kb, and third example where Ka is equal to Kb. But as I mentioned, in the given question, they will neither give you the combination nor they will mention you the Ka and Kb values. So that point very importantly student have to remember. And secondly is the arrow part. When your given electrolyte is strong, the arrow will be reversible ki jagah pe irreversible, because it undergoes complete dissociation. And if the given salt is of weak electrolyte, then the arrows will be reversible, because they will always undergo partial dissociation. So I hope with these three videos you will be able to understand the concept hydrolysis much better. Thank you very much.